So here's every single comic I've read this year, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. Starting off with The Vision, even if you're not a fan of Vision, I would highly recommend this book. It's a very interesting book about Vision just wanting to have a normal family and creating a wife, kids, even a dog later in this book. And honestly, it is just a very interesting book to see because he just wants to be normal, but I don't really think he can be. Stuff is Watchmen, and honestly, this is one of the best comics I've ever read. And I just love everything that goes on in this book, the deconstruction of the superhero genre, and Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan storyline are probably my favorites within this book. Next up, we have what I consider to be one of the best Superman stories for all season. His debut in Metropolis, him just figuring out how to be Superman and wanting to save everybody but realizing he really can't and coming to terms with also Superman. And while it is a great book, I was honestly underwhelmed by the amount of hype that it gets. I really wasn't that into it, but it is still a great book. And honestly, I love a lot of his dynamics with Lois within this book, and I hope that's what gets adapted into James Gunn's movie. And lastly, we have Animal Man. I didn't know about him before reading this book, and honestly, it's become my favorite comic. It's a very interesting book of just a man, Buddy Baker, wanting to live a normal life, trying to get by, and he becomes a superhero in order to do so. And honestly, he goes on a tremendous adventure. I would say it's a must-read, and the ending, Grant Morrison, honestly surprised me, and it's why it's my favorite.